What am I doing wrong?
Why do I feel like this?
What is the meaning of life?
I have so many questions, and I'm looking for answers, real ones.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this first episode of Deep Questions. It is a great joy for me to be with you. I am live from Canada, so please be welcome to write in the chat from where you are in the world right now. Is it from India or from, I have beautiful hellos from Adia. Hello, Adia. I know you are in India right now. So hello, everyone, and welcome. No matter where you are in the world, we are connected and we are entering in a beautiful event, a live event all together. So before we start, I would like to explain a little bit about the concept of deep questions. So it is very easy, very simple. So it is free, it is live, and we will be live every 2 months in English and every 2 months in French also. So it is a beautiful journey that we are just starting all together, and it will be amazing moments where we will take time to deepen deep questions that sometimes, are a reflection that comes from even our childhood, our deep questions that we have sometimes since a long period of time, and that we wish to solve, to unlock in terms of understandings. So it's very simple, accessible. You can chat also whenever you wish during this live event if you have other questions. So please write to us in the chat. And of course, if I don't have time to answer this question, don't worry because the team will collect these questions and they can also be part of next episodes of Deep Questions. Also, it is the questions of all participants that we will study today. And it is always anonymous, so please be very welcome and free to know that we receive your questions with a lot of respect, and to make this question anonymous is very important to us. The only thing that we reveal is the question, of course, and the country. So where this question comes from, because it's always very interesting to know, where it comes from around the world. So our first question comes from France, and you will see it's a very interesting one. So we have beautiful hellos on the chat. So hello Mary, hello Louis. So please be welcome. So our first question, how to know what is right? Hello Kasara, how to know during a dream interpretation what would indicate paradoxical things? What is right for you at that moment? Thank you very much and have a bright day. Looking forward to seeing you live. So a very interesting question, and thank you for asking it. I'm sure you can sometimes recognize yourself in certain questions, and this is how we will all learn a lot together, because maybe it is something you've already asked yourself. So what indicate paradoxical things? I will give you examples. In dreams, for example, you see yourself, in a very important conflict, and then you see yourself fly to another destination. You see, even flying, because it is not something that is logical in a concrete world, so it is something that must be very positive. The context must be very positive to make sure that the flying aspect will be 100% positive. Because remember, friends, there's always the plus, always the minus in every symbol that we encounter. This is what we study also with the dictionary, the source code that is a worldwide reference now in dream interpretation. And this is the main key of this dictionary, showing us, helping us to learn that every symbol has a plus, has a minus. If you see a dog that is very aggressive in a dream, very mean with teeth and a lot of anger, etc., of course, this dog will be more negative than positive. And if the dog is very calm, very loyal, very friendly, affectionate, etc., this will show the positive side of the dog symbol. And of course, it means two different things. So to make sure that a symbol is positive, it must be logical in the context of the dream. So for example, if you fly away from an important conflict, it is more an escape than a solution sometimes. If the conflict is very negative, you should find a solution, but you just fly away to take a cocktail on a beach. You see, this is quite of an escape. So because of this, it will be more related to the negative aspect of flying. So flying away, escaping problems, escaping responsibilities, etc. But you take the same situation, but in a different context. You are flying, but you're not flying away. You are flying because you are in a positive landscape, for example, and everything is positive, beautiful, and you just experience flying. This, even if it's not logical to fly in a concrete world, it will become very positive, and it will show your capacity to think very quickly, to be very wise, very smart, very vivid. Because imagine if you could fly, if you could, fly in a sunset and experience these high frequencies. So concretely, it would be amazing. It would show your superpowers. It would show that you are not just an ordinary human, but it will show that you are an extraordinary human. So in a dream, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It will show, symbolically speaking, your capacity to have a global vision, to fly, but to see things clearly and to feel, experience in motion, different state of consciousness that can be experienced in a very positive way with the high intelligence, etc., etc. Because everything would be quicker, you could go to the beach for a sunset, come back home, and then if you could fly, everything would go quickly, everything would be easier. So it shows also that you have this state of consciousness, this capacity to do things quickly, to think deeply, because flying will be in relationship with our capacity to the air element. So our capacity to think very quickly and to have a high intelligence. So everything that is linked to the air element will be linked to our capacity to think, our thoughts, etc. Everything that is linked to water will mean something. Earth also. We will have beautiful subjects together during these free live events. So this is a very good question, and I will give you another example, because I truly believe it is through examples that you can better understand and answer this question. So for example, if you have a dream where you visit ancient memories, maybe also ancient lives, for those who believe in reincarnation, it is truly possible to visit ancient memories, ancient lives in dreams. And so many people come back and wake up with impressive information, precious information that truly allows them to uncover certain memories, certain past life experience. This is possible if you believe in reincarnation. If you don't believe in reincarnation, it's okay. We can talk about, the power of your memories that can be also linked to your childhood, that can be also linked to your family tree, ancestors' memories, etc. So to understand this, sometimes, for example, if you visit in dreams ancient memories and everything is truly ancient, except maybe your phone that rings in the middle of the dream, this is a paradox. This is not logical. But of course, it will tell you something. It will show you something. So if your phone rings like this in the middle of a dream that maybe you thought was related to an ancient life, it will be more symbolically speaking at you and saying to you, look, you have these memories in terms of percentages, but there's also your modern aspect entering in this dream, showing you how you communicate. So this dream will be more related to your own memories, not maybe the dream that will show you your past life. You see, to have a dream that truly reveals to you a past life memory, everything must be logical in the dream. If it is if it is in Egypt and it's ancient Egypt, you cannot have your smartphone ringing in the middle of the dream. So you have to understand. Otherwise, it will show more percentage of how you work, how you function in terms of conscience, etc., but maybe not fully related to an ancient life. So everything must be logical also in a dream to make sure it is positive. For example, a scene must be logical. If you are entering in a family context and then your work dynamic enters too fast, it will tell you something. This unlogical aspect will reveal some things. Maybe sometimes you go too fast from your family sphere to your work sphere. Maybe sometimes, you push too fast for the go of working. So everything in a dream, there's chronology that is important to respect, to make sure that symbols are positive. Otherwise, it's okay. It will just reveal to you certain aspects you must transform, you must uncover. So very, very interesting, this question. And to make sure you know what is right for you at that moment, it must be right for everyone also, not just right for you. So for example, if in the dream you take your trash out and you just leave them on the property of your of the park, or if you see that you just get rid of your trash in a context that is not logical, it's not maybe it will be positive for you in the moment, but it won't be positive for everyone. So you see, it must be also a collective righteousness in the dream to make sure that your personality, your way of being is also positive. Because when we dream, and this always fascinates me, when we dream, we visit our inner world. So it must be, we have to, if it's a positive dream, we must see ourselves taking a good care of our inner world. If we don't take a good care, if there are unlogical aspects showing up, and it will show us certain dualities, certain discrepancies that we can just improve, And it's not something that we must dramatize also, because even if you have a nightmare, it will help you, it will guide you. A nightmare happens, it is like a simulation of life to help you live better, to help you wake up the next morning and become a better person because of what you've learned during the night. So when we see nightmares like this, we see them quite differently. So it's very interesting. So thank you for this first question. It was very interesting. So let's move on now to our next question. So the movement on Earth allows a different connection to the self. Is this why couples separate or no longer find the possibility of agreeing on the same dialogue? Thank you very much. So this is a very, very deep question, very interesting one, and thank you for sharing it. It will help us deepen this modern world where everything goes so fast now. And of course, why couples separate? Why do couples split so often right now? There's a lot of answers that we can bring to this question, because I would like us to come back to the origin and come back to this understanding of also, how do couples encounter? How do couples start a relationship? Because most of the time right now, with new generations and with internet and with, a global wide expansion of our consciousness, of our way of interacting between each other, it goes so fast now. And most couples, they encounter even too fast. Most of them, they don't exchange a lot. They don't go into a deep friendship enough, to truly know if the other one is compatible with you. Most of the time, and ideally, couples should take more time to just get to know each other before choosing, to allow themselves to open their heart and to truly make a space for that new person into their lives. So most of the time, just this beginning of a relationship goes too fast. Even, in movies, in YouTube right now, everything goes so fast. Sometimes it is kissing on the first date, sometimes it is, and if we go back in time, of course we had more structure, sometimes too much structure also. And sometimes, we had also a lot of religions that were like creating a kind of square, a kind of structure of who you were meeting with, and being careful, is he thinking the same way as I do, etc. And if we go back in time, we had a lot of structure also with the traditions, with the social status. So most families were making and paying a lot of attention to make sure that their daughter would marry a man that would have a good social status, a good job, etc. And social status was very, very important. And in some countries, even today, it is still very important. But in most countries, and if we talk about North America, for example, sometimes it goes so fast. It's like if we went from one extreme, where before we had more like forced marriage, etc. And you know, you had to marry because of the tradition or because of your religion or because of your family, because of a lot of things, you know. And most of the time it was just like this. You were not getting out of this funnel. But now it's like if we went to another extreme where couples, I mean, like, it goes so fast, you know. There's no boundaries, there's no physical connection, can go so fast, so quick, you know. They can go to a sexual relationship so fast, and it doesn't mean that they truly know each other. And then after kissing, after exploring one another physically, they start asking the real questions. But sometimes it is a little too late, you know. It would be smarter, it would be wiser to ask the real questions before. So just in the way people meet, you know, and with internet also, dates can be quicker and can go very fast, and we have new tools to encounter people. So this is also a new responsibility as well, and how we should use these tools, you know. This would make all the difference, because, you know, dating apps can be good also. There's not only the negative side, you know. You can meet good people in dating apps, and but of course you should take your time to truly question the other, truly understand your affinities. Do I have the right affinities? Do you know, in 10 years from now, do we have enough affinities so our relationship can continue to grow and in the future? Or is it sometimes, you know, something that is too just in the moment, to just focus on the present moment, on your present need of finding someone in your life? But maybe, you know, if you took more time and you asked yourself the real questions, maybe you would find someone that is better for you, that suits you better. So you see, this is also this question is so vast, because it allows us to think very deeply on how we do things. And in most movies, and it's like if we even train new generation to think this way, that love can be found just like this, just in a glance, and that. But you know, if we could bring back a little bit of classic, a little bit of traditional values also, we could find back the right middle, where, yes, of course, love can be amazing. And even, you know, you can find love even when there's no hope. You can find love, you know, in a hopeless place. You can find love, you know, yes. But if you want to have a good discernment and be able to discern well, is it true love, or is it more just like an attraction? And maybe it will fade away in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months. You see, we should be trained to recognize this. And the more EQ we have, the more emotional intelligence we have, we should no longer, you know, start projects that can break our heart and then just spend our time to repair our broken heart. We should be wiser than that. And we should say to ourselves, no, if I build my project, my emotional project the right way, you know, with respecting myself, respecting the other, you know, taking one step at a time, this would help me a lot. This will help me better than if I go too fast. So this is, you know, one of the main aspects. If we think about priorities, we should change the way we see, you know, the connection of love happening. We should say to ourselves, no, friendship must come first, and then love could happen the right way. You know, if you have a very strong foundation of friendship in a couple. This will help you grow. This will help you even in intense situation or in difficult moments to be able to support one another. If life challenged you a little bit, will you be strong enough? Is your foundation is strong enough? We should think this way. Like we build a house, When we build a house, we don't put walls like paper, It is, strong walls to make sure that it could, accept the wind and that will be solid enough even if a storm comes. We think about all this when we build a house. We think about a strong foundation to make sure that our next palier, our next step, our next stage will be welcome in a solid foundation. And this is also how we should build love and say, okay, if I start with friendship, I will really know the other strongly. I will really know the other. What's his affinities or her concerns or what can we build together, etc. And as friends, you can do activities, you can get to know the other person, and then if it's interesting enough, if it's solid enough and you see a potential of more than friendship, then a wiser step is also to ask in dreams. You can even ask in dreams if that friend of yours is the right person, the right partner, the right person for your soul's life, for your evolution. You can even see these potentialities in dreams, and you can even validate, you see, if this friendship has a potential to grow further than what it is right now. So this is also very interesting, and the more we work with our dreams, the more we understand them, we interpret them. At the UCM Teaching and Research Center, it is truly our expertise, dream interpretation. And the more we validate our own dreams, the more we have our own proofs how dreams can, guide us in such a precise way, if we are ready to receive this guidance. And there are also possibilities, meditation modes that we can activate to dream more. There's also, the more we meditate, we can activate dreams and guidance, and this can help us in our life, in every step of our life. And this is what I've gone through. This is what I've experienced myself. Every important decision of my life was took because of the guidance of dreams. And this can truly help us to become better, to also have better choices, because we took time to deeply meditate on each decisions before we materialize them in our concrete life. So why couples separate so often? Also, there's so many answers that we can bring. So it is also in connection with a lack of communication. This is also one of the main aspects. And I wouldn't say a lack of communication. I would precise this and say it's more about lacking communication over time. Because, at the beginning of a relationship, everything is beautiful. You see birds in the sky, you see heart-shaped clouds, and everything can be so like living in pink, because you are connecting to a frequency that is so powerful. Love is more powerful than anything. It is so beautiful when it is well lived, well experienced. So at the beginning, you touch at very high frequencies. So communication can be easier because, you're getting to know each other. So You ask questions, you laugh, you have, humor in it, etc. So at the beginning, you can even feel very good in the presence of someone that will make you suffer in 5 years from now. You see? At the beginning, everyone is showing you the best of the best of themselves, because everyone wants to, present themselves well, etc. So at the beginning, you have to understand that you have the best of the other. And it is also at that precise moment that you must talk freely, say what you want in life, because it is at that moment where the other person will be the more open to your ideas, the more flexible, etc. And it's more about separations and divorce, and most of the time it's more about an accumulation of memories, of negative memories, an accumulation of frustrations, where it's like if you accumulated that, okay, when I say this, he or she always react like this. So I don't say this anymore because I don't have a good reaction, and etc. etc. And then you block your heart, you block yourself. You stop saying certain things because you don't want to disturb the other, or you wish to be loved. Sometimes you want to be loved so much that you don't assert yourself well. And sometimes there's an accumulation of frustrations. There's a lot of responsibilities in life. There's family responsibilities, work responsibilities, and sometimes it is hard to well manage all these spheres in life. So when you have a problem in couple, sometimes you escape in the sphere of work. And when you have a problem at work, sometimes you escape in the sphere of family, for example. So it is an art to learn to master all the spheres of our life. And most couples, they have arguments, they have that they are not able to heal with time. Like negative words that were just thrown out like this, said in a conflict, and then you remember these words. These words hurted you. It wounded your heart. And most couples in this world don't have the right tools to transform negative memories into positive memories. And I would say this is one of the main reasons why couples separate, because most of the time they don't have the right tools to enter in the mechanism of their relationship and to be able to repair, to be able to renew themselves, to be able to forgive, to be able to become better in this relationship. So, and some people, they just don't want to evolve. This is another problem also. If you don't want to put yourself into question, if you don't want to evolve, if you project on the other, this is another answer also. A lot of people will project the negativity on others without being able to come back to themselves truly, fairly, and say, no, this is a part that I can change. It's not just his or her responsibility. I don't just project my anger on the other person. I'm able to come back to myself. This is also what we teach at UCM, the law of resonance, that can truly help us to have good dialogue, to improve our communications, not to attack the other, to disarm, and to find solutions to the situation, because this is the main goal. Life will always send you some challenges, but how you will manage them, this makes all the difference. So to answer your question in a more global way, it is not the movement of the concrete earth that truly impacts the separation of couples. It is more than that. It is more the movement of the inner world of each person, in this couple. Their inner world sometimes is like all over the place. And this is why this inner movement can create with time a difficulty, an accumulation, frustrations that you are not able to overcome sometimes with time. And this, all what we are talking about right now, it doesn't, you have to understand that some couples should split and they should divorce and they should separate, uh, this is also part of life. Some people sometimes they evolve in a different way and they just have to split, and they can stay friends, they can do things right, they can learn to do the separation the right way, sometimes for the children, etc. And I'm a good example myself because my parents were separated when I was young, and they did things very well, they stayed friends, and I lived this experience in a very positive way. I understood that my parents, just had two separate ways, and it's okay, and we live in a world where we have to understand that it's all about how you live things. This all makes the difference. So if you do things well, and if it's, your destiny, if it's your life program to change and to separate, and to, because sometimes you changed so much and the other has changed in a different way, so it is time to split apart, and you have to understand this also, because uh, this is also very interesting because it depends also on the tradition, on countries, and just recently on Twitter I saw the percentage of divorce by country, and I just talked about this recently in a lecture that I gave, and it was very interesting to see some countries, percentage. And in Canada, we were, if I remember well, we were around 45% of divorce rate. It was something like this. So, and if we study a little bit of history of Canada, we know that the Catholicism and the religious aspect, were very present before, with churches, marrying couples, etc. And it was more structured, and it was harder to divorce because you had the family, and you didn't want to to create disruption of the family, etc. They had like values that sometimes were too strict because, some couple should separate sometimes, like we said, um, but there was more structure before, too much structure. And now it's like if we've reached another extreme where there's no structure anymore. You can do whatever you want. One morning, if you are upset about your spouse, you can split, you can divorce, and it's like we went to the other extreme where you don't take time enough to value your relationship, to make it stronger as best as possible. And this is really like sometimes like a car, you can just replace it. Yes, it's an option, but you can also choose to repair sometimes your car, and maybe it will work just fine. So we are now in a society, in a modern world, where everything goes so fast that some people, they just don't repair anymore. If you have a broken heart, they think they can just change the partner and the heart will become full again. But it's not the case. It's way more complex than that. A human being is a data of memory, is a living data of memories. And it's more complicated than that. Just just taking someone else in your life won't repair everything. If you are truly broken, one day or the next, one day or another, you will have to encounter yourself. You will have to repair your memories. You will have to heal your broken heart. And this is how you will be able to truly love again one day. So it's a very vast question. I hope I did a circle that was very, revealing different aspects, because we could talk about this our entire session, of course. A very interesting one. But remember, globally, that it is way more about the inner world transformation than the outer world movement, It's not because the world is moving, and we are moving around the sun that, uh, our neighbors will split, It's way more profound than that. It's all about their memories, their accumulation. And when we become more spiritual in our approach of the couple, when we can integrate spirituality in our couple, when we can learn to meditate together, when we can learn to share our dreams and to build a life together with more conscience, with consciousness that is more vast, this is also extraordinary. Because when you have both, both in the couple that are willing to improve themselves, to become better, it is something that can truly bring the relationship to another level, even another level of love also, because you better understand the other, you better respect the other, and you improve each day the way you love, the way you are patient, the way you welcome the other, the way you communicate. If you continue to improve yourself, you will improve your relationship. And maybe you are single right now and you listen to this live, and you can also apply this to yourself. You can prepare yourself well to encounter the right person. And you can prepare yourself well enough to improve your levels of qualities. The more qualitative we are, the more qualitative the other person we attract will be as well. Because we attract who we are in terms of resonances. It is like a mirror. This is also why it is so hard for some couples, because most of the time they are a mirror of each other, so of one another. So it's not easy sometimes to see a weakness in the other. When you feel profoundly, deeply, you also have this weakness living inside of you. So it's always very interesting to study ourselves through the other as well, to improve ourselves very, very powerfully and spiritually. So a very interesting question. Thank you for asking it. And let's start with this another question from France. Hello, I feel alone. Am I protected? So I was touched when I received this question. Please know that we are very touched, and we read every question that we receive, and it's so beautiful. We truly receive questions from all over the world, and please be welcome to send your questions during this event or after this event. And it is truly touching, and I felt, the need for help of this person, and it touched my heart. And I want you to know, when you will listen to this live, that sometimes we can feel alone, but we are never alone. We are never truly alone, because the intelligence of the universe, no matter the word we give to this, universe and this intelligence that creates all we live and we experience. And I truly see this like a matrix, where we live in a universe, in a world that is truly the reflection of who we are. And we encounter challenges that are always there to help us, only there to help us, and to help us grow stronger. So and the more we are also becoming spiritual, the more we meditate. And this is also my best advice for this person: meditate more. Because if you meditate more, you will feel less alone and you will feel more protected. When we meditate and we deeply connect to who we are, we question ourselves, we want to become a better person. And there's also beautiful mantra techniques that we can welcome. This is what we teach at the UCM Center, a lot of mantra meditational techniques. Because mantra bring us back to our focus, bring us back to the best version of who we are. And a positive mantra, of course, because remember, we always become what we repeat ourselves. So you must repeat something that is pure enough that you want to become it. So remember this. But the more we meditate, the less alone we feel, the more connected we feel. And even in silence, even, one day we are so full from within. Our batteries are so recharged that we never feel alone. And of course, these kinds of lives can help you not to feel alone. We are all people that have deep questions, that wants to have deep answers, and that spiritually find tools to help our evolution. So we are all together in this quest. But on a day-to-day basis, meditate more. Meditate more so you connect to the intelligence of the universe, and I believe in God. This is something very powerful for me. But I know that it is not for everyone. And no matter the word or the name we give to this great intelligence, we have to remember, even if we attracted challenges in life, that everything happens for a reason. And that we live in a world that is so intelligent, that is able to connect and attract and create different situations just to help us become better. So you are never alone, because the universe is always helping you to develop your qualities, even in difficult times. So, and the more we meditate with mantras, the less alone we feel. And what we teach also at the UCM Center is Angelica Mantra. It's a technique where we repeat the name of an angel as a mantra to truly feel connected to this pure energy, an energy that is more extraordinary than human energy, and that can truly help us develop our qualities. It is like connecting with our inner angel, with the best part of ourselves. And when we connect deeply with Angelica mantras, we can listen to them also. There are so many people that listen to them before going to bed, or in a meditation moment, or just driving a car, or whenever you need to. These kinds of mantras can truly help you feel connected, and you can experience it, while going on our website, ucm.center. You will find different mantras. You can go on our YouTube also. You can find different meditations that can help you to truly feel better protected. And the more you will become conscious that the universe is helping us every second of the way, the more you will feel protected, and the more you will feel surrounded by this beautiful energy that is only there to help us. So a very touching question, and I wish you beautiful meditations, because I truly believe that it is true meditation that you can continue to develop this this hope and this feeling of presence, living in the present moment, but also feeling the presence of the universe with you all the time. So we have time flies actually. So we have 2 questions that we won't have time to cover today, but we will read them together, and we will look at them in our next episode. So inner guidance. Hello, Kasara. How do we know that our inner guidance is the right one? Thank you very much. So this is a question we will go through with joy in our next episode. Another question: how can we access our unconscious to free and heal ourselves? A beautiful question from Canada. So with joy, we will enter in these deep questions for next episode. So if you are interested in the depth of dreams, and be welcome to visit our website, ucm.center. And we have also, books that are amazing. It's an expertise that has been shaping the world for over 25 years now. Like we talked about, the dictionary, the source code. It is a dictionary that truly helps us better understand not only our dreams, but everything that we go through. We go through a sickness. We wish to better understand the symbolic of legs, or the symbolic of, we have back hurting problems, or we can truly better understand what does it mean, symbolically speaking, so we can also change our memories. We have also 2 free trainings. This is very new on our website, ucm.center. It is completely free. It is a 7-day training, but at the same time, it's not like 7 days in a row. You can go through this at your own rhythm, and sometimes it is like 1 hour a day, but it's very, very good to get the basis of dream analysis for the 7 days of dreams, and also for the 7 angelic days to enter in a deep world of meditation, mantras, how it can help us to discover that you also have 3 bird angels that accompanies you in your destiny, and you can also get to know them on our website. So also we have live every Monday, so every 2 Monday. So it is very interesting to have Decode Your Dreams with Kaya. So it is live also, and Kaya is the founder of the UCM Teaching and Research Center, and he presents, amazing knowledge. And it is also your dreams that can become, the interpretation key, and can be interpreted during the episodes of Decode Your Dreams. So you can be free to discover them on our website. There's also the next UCM web conference. So it will be on the theme Lost in the Scroll. I will be giving this lecture on March 13th. So it will be live, but also available in replay. So if you wish to get to better understand, we will share beautiful aspects on the plus and the minus of phone usage, how we use our phone, and what should be plus, what should be minus, what should be our limit. How can we manage these tools in our modern world? What is the plus that it can bring to us, and what is the minus side that we should be careful about? So it will be very interesting to deepen this vast subject together during this web lecture. There's also a beautiful service that we present on our website. It is called Dream on Demand. No matter where you are, whenever you want, you can send a dream and receive an interpretation by one of our experts that are certified by our UCM center. So it is amazing. We receive so so much beautiful testimonials saying to us, wow, thank you for this dream interpretation. It truly like opened something in my mind and in my heart, and I understood that, and we truly receive wonderful testimonials of how concretely, it can help people in their spiritual path, in their personal development field. So there's also another service that we present. It is UCM consultations. So people all over the world, they book appointments, and it is virtual consultations. So very easy. It can be just audio. It can be also in a video call. And sometimes it just helps to talk to someone who understands you. And sometimes you have questions that maybe are very intimate, so you wish to deepen them face to face with a therapist. And this is something that we offer since many years now, and we are very happy to answer the call whenever you need guidance, support, deep questions that are more intimate, or you can use the UCM consultations to deepen these subjects. So understand your past, change your future. We also have the beautiful training of Dreamer One. So this is not only for children, for teenagers. It is a training also for professors, for therapists, for psychiatrists, for doctors that wish to better understand, how a teenager works and what are the phases, the different phases. And we accompany these teenagers also through a private portal, online portal, where they can write to us. And they have also subjects they need to prepare. It is like a practical work they have to write down, etc. It is beautiful. And we also have the video Dreamer One training. And this is also all in videos, and truly helping us to better understand these new generations, and for them to better understand themselves as well. So we have a lot of parents accompanying their teenagers following this training to just have an open mindset of the world, so they can also change the way they go through the teenage phase. And it's very, very amazing. We have also our core training, if we can call it this way, the DSSI training. This is the most advanced training that the UCM Teaching and Center represent. We present to you this very, very advanced training that is very personalized, where you have a personalized follow-up of a teacher that is certified by the UCM Teaching and Research Center, and that will help you revise your dream interpretation in a private portal, so you become the expert of your dream interpretations. And not only for dream interpretation, of course, for being able to understand your current life aspects, your situation, that can also be decoded with symbolic language, like if it was a dream. It is amazing what we can understand about ourselves and about others just with this symbolic language. And this is, the heart of what we teach, and we are very touched by that. So there's also the DSSI Discovery. This is also very new. It's a 21 days training. Of course, not full 21 days, but, certain hours per day. And of course, you can also follow your own rhythm with this training. It helps you discover what DSSI is. If you wish to better understand it, and maybe you are a future student, a future DSSI student, so you wish to just experience the feeling of the DSSI training, this is the right start also to better discover it. So this is already the end of our beautiful episode, our first episode. It's a beautiful journey. We will be live every 2 months in English, every 2 months in French. So be welcome to join us. And yes, of course, share with your friends if you wish This will be available in replay, so you can share this link with all your friends if you feel it can help them. So you can also send your deep questions, of course, for next episode. We will welcome them with joy, and they will be, treated anonymously, of course, always. So what can help me? We have so many tools at UCM that can help. We talked about Decode Your Dreams with Kaya, with the Source Code Dictionary, with our UCM web lectures that we have, Dream on Demand, our consultations, Dreamer One training. Oh yes, we have also 3 months of dreams. So this is very amazing. If you wish to discover, it is 3 months of dreams. It is well explained in the title, and it is quite an experience, and it is a course. It is videos also, and you have an online portal, private portal, but it is mainly videos that explains you deep keys for dream interpretation. It is a course that is truly focused on dream interpretation, so please be welcome to discover it if you wish. And like we said, there is the DSSI Discovery and the DSSI Training. So we are very happy to offer the world all these tools and possibilities to bring people to the best of themselves. This is truly our main mission at UCM. So thank you, and you can follow us also on social media if you wish. We wish you a beautiful continuation with great joy, and see you soon for the next episode of Deep Questions.
What am I doing wrong?
Why do I feel like this?
What is the meaning of life?
I have so many questions, and I'm looking for answers. Real ones.